Right, let's start the discussion of the paper. SI unit of coefficient of viscosity. So the easiest example is when a small sphere is moving in a viscous fluid. When a small sphere is moving in a fluid, it experiences a viscous force, right? So if this is when a small sphere is moving in the fluid, it experiences a viscous force F. That F is given by the equation 6 pi neta AU, right? So answers are given in Newton and Newton meter and other things. So I can take 6 pi AU to the other side. So F divided by 6 pi AU equals neta, right? The unit of force is Newton, radius meter, velocity meter per second. So therefore, SI unit of neta, SI unit of neta is Newton divided by meter into meter per second. Right? So it means Newton meter into meter, square meter comes up as per square meter. S to power minus 1 comes as S. Newton seconds per square meter. Newton seconds per square meter. Answer is 4. Answer is 4. Please write them all here. Answer is 4. Complete. Clear? Question number 2. It says initially the instrument does not have any error, but with the time what has happened? Because of extensive use, what has happened? The main word is that spindle, the anvil and spindle have worn out. It means some metal layers on the spindle and anvil removed. That's the case. So it means if you consider the instrument, right? If you consider the instrument when zero lines coincide, there will be a gap between. This is the anvil of a micrometer screw gauge. I'm not going to draw the complete figure. And this is the anvil. This is the spindle. So there's a gap between anvil and spindle because they have worn out some layers, some metal layers removed from the anvil and spindle. Therefore, when 0, 0 coincide, there is the gap between them. So we can rotate the ratchet further. We can rotate the thimble further. So if we rotate the thimble further, spindle will move and touch the anvil. I have clearly explained this under measuring instruments, under the negative zero error. Okay, dear. So this is the problem. This is the problem. So it means the instrument has a negative zero error. If I draw the figure, this is the thimble. So this is the situation when the circular scale zero line coincide with the main scale baseline, and when the main scale zero line touches the edge of the thimble. This is the situation. So it means circular scale zero line and main scale baseline coincide. Main scale zero line touches the edge of the thimble, but there's a gap between anvil and spindle. Right? For the question, that is the problem. Initially, there was no any problem. That's what said. That is an additional thing, and we don't want to worry about. At the beginning, anything is good. No need to say it. Right? So please try. For the question number 3, please. For the question number 2, please try. As the anvil and spindle have worn out, as the anvil and spindle have worn out, as the anvil and spindle has worn out, comma, when the circular scale zero line, coincide with the main scale baseline, when the circular scale zero line coincide with the main scale baseline, and when the main scale zero line touches the edge of the thimble, and when the main scale zero line touches the edge of the thimble, touches the edge of the thimble, there will be a gap between anvil and spindle. There will be a gap between anvil and spindle. There will be a gap between anvil and spindle. Please quickly draw this figure here. Wear out finish means some metal layers of anvil and spindle removed. So therefore, when we do this adjustment to check whether there's a zero error, there will be a gap between anvil and spindle. That's it. Draw the figure here. Quick. Draw a small figure. No need to draw a huge figure. Draw a small one. So while you are drawing, think what will happen if we rotate the thimble further until spindle touches the anvil. Think the situation, right? When we rotate the thimble until spindle touches the anvil. Think here while you are drawing this figure. Right. If we rotate below the figure, please write. Below the figure, please write. If the thimble is rotated, until it touches the, sorry, if the thimble is rotated until spindle touches the anvil. If the thimble is rotated until spindle touches the anvil, circular scale zero line. If the thimble is rotated until spindle touches the anvil, circular scale zero line goes up. Circular scale zero line goes up, and circular scale zero line goes up, and thimble will be moved to the left hand side. And the thimble will be moved to the left hand side by passing the main scale zero line. And thimble will be moved to the left hand side by passing the main scale zero line. By passing the main scale zero line. Okay, dear? If the thimble is rotated until spindle touches the anvil, circular scale zero line goes up, and thimble move by passing the main scale zero line. So therefore, the main scale zero line is covered by the thimble. You will not be able to see the line. Main scale zero line cannot be seen, but maybe zero mark can be seen. Therefore, the circular scale zero line should be at above the main scale baseline. So please write therefore, circular scale zero line should be at above the main scale baseline. Therefore, the circular scale zero line should be at above the main scale zero line. Right? Try to imagine the situation. We rotate the thimble. When we rotate the thimble, circular scale zero line goes up. So it should be at above the main scale baseline. One more sentence. It is given in the question that it is given in the question that The instrument has a zero error of, it is given in the question that the instrument has a zero error of 0.04 millimeter. 0.04 millimeter. It is given in the question that the instrument has a zero error of 0.04 millimeter. Okay, dear? Right, look at board, dear. So if we rotate the thimble, look at board. If the thimble is rotated until it touches the anvil, look at board. This is the anvil. This is the anvil. Now spindle touches the anvil. So if we do this, we will be able to observe that circular scale zero line to be at above the main scale baseline. This is the main thing. And the main scale zero line is covered by the thimble, so you can't see the line. Main scale zero line cannot be seen, but maybe you be able to see the zero. Right? Circular, what is the error of the instrument? 4. So it means there should be 4 lines. There should be 4 small lines. 1, 2, 3. 4 small lines should be above the main scale baseline. If the error is 4, there should be 4 lines above the main scale zero line. Main scale baseline. So when you rotate 4 divisions, you can obtain this situation. If you rotate 4 circular scale divisions, you can obtain this. Then see, circular scale zero line comes down and coincide with the main scale baseline. If this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and so on. If this is 0, as there are 50 divisions, this should be 49, 48, 47, 46, therefore this should be 45. So which figure shows this? Which figure shows this? Can you understand? Above the 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 49, 48, 47, 46 is the coincidence. So which figure shows such a ring? So it means the instrument has a negative zero error. Please draw this figure here. Draw this figure. Second figure. Second figure. So therefore, answer is, so 44, 43, 42, 41, this is 40. And so that's it. So the instrument has a negative zero error of 0.04. A negative zero error is represented like this. Right? We have explained this very well under the negative zero error of a micrometer screw gauge. They have indirectly told us, the examiner has indirectly told us the instrument has a negative zero error. You read the question one more time. Draw this figure and mark the answer as the second one. Question number 3, they have given us a vector diagram. A vector diagram is given. It is said it's a hexagon. It means 6 sides are there. I'll draw it. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Now 6 sides are there. A, B, C, D, E. No. That's a mistake. The other way. A, B, C, D, E, F. The other way. It says BA is, all the sides are, because they say equilateral hexagon. Equilateral hexagon means all the 6 sides are equal in length. So I can identify several arrowheads like this. And another arrowhead is into this direction. I think there should be one arrowhead here. Otherwise, I think we can't get the answer. And I'll draw 2 black lines. This line and this one. Sorry. Like this. And there is another line here. Could you please draw this? Wait. I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to separate the sections. Look at board. I'm going to separate the sections like this. I'm going to take these 2 separately. Right. We should do something like this. I'm going to take AF and FE separately. AF and FE separately. EA and AD separately. E, A, and sorry, AD separately. I don't know whether you agree with me or not. And DC separately. DC separately. And finally BA and AC. B, A, and AC separately. And one more line. What is the final line here? BC line. Please draw it like this. This is how I am able to see. This is what I see this diagram. I am able to see this vector diagram as summation of many sections. I see this vector diagram as a summation of many sections like this. I think without this arrowhead, we can't answer the question. Draw the diagram, Steve. Right, second case is means I am not going to change this part. I'll keep as they are. Look at what if. So it means I will not change this part. A, F, E. I do not change it. I don't change A, F vector and F, E vector. I don't change it. But what is this thing? What is EA plus AD? When two vectors are joined, ending point of EA joined to the starting point of AD. So it means summation of these two is given by the line joining C and D. Am I right? Summation of these two is represented by the line joining E and D points. Basic. Am I right? So therefore, I'll write this as these two is equal to the vector ED plus I don't do anything to this part vector DC. I don't do anything to vector DC. I see AF, FE, ED, DC. So I don't change them. I don't change them. What about this thing? BA plus AC. What is it? Same method. EA plus ED. That is ED. Like that. BA plus AC means CD. Am I right? Yes or no? So resultant of that is CB. CB. I use black for this. D, B, D, C, E, D. I want only one line. This line, BC. So I put that one and mark BC. Please draw the second row, second set. Second set of vectors. I didn't do anything to this. Summation of EA, AD is ED. Is ED. And summation DC, I kept DC. Summation of BA plus AC is CB. And I don't do anything to BC. Okay, dear? Complete. BA plus AC means BC. Arrow it should be to the other direction. It should be to the other direction. BA plus AC is BC. Starting point to ending point. Starting point to ending point. Am I right? E is the starting point, D is the ending point. Therefore, vector is ED. B is the starting point, C is the ending point. Therefore, the vector is BC. Okay, dear? So after that, we have to add. After that, I should write the next step here. Look at board. I'm going to add them. A, F, E, D, D, C. Those things can easily be added. A, F, F, E, E, D, D, C. We can add it. A, F, F, E, E, D, D, C. I think we are all okay up to this point. Plus, what are the other things there? BC, BC. How many BC vectors are there? There are two BC vectors. There are two BC vectors. Now, what is summation of these vectors here? AF, FE, ED, DC. So, what's the summation? Actually, the other two vectors are there. It means there should be two BC vectors. This is the point B. This is the point A. These are the missing points. Please draw the third row. First row, second row, and this is the third row. Right? So that's all we can do, and finally we can find another vector. Resultant of all these things is the AC. So it means finally you check again at home. Finally we get something like this. Summation of all these things AC and plus 2BC. This is what we can obtain. This is what we can obtain. So check whether this is correct. Right, that's all we can do for the question number 2. There may be some mistakes in the arrowheads. Sorry, for the question number 3. Question number 4. Consider the following statements regarding the characteristics of waves. When waves in different planes are polarized, their frequency and intensity does not change. Don't change. Intensity is changing. When we do the polarization, some of the waves are stopped by the process of polarization. Only some of the waves are allowed to go. Waves oscillate in the same plane are allowed to go. Others are stopped. Therefore, intensity definitely be reduced. So please write for the question number 4. Please write question number 4 and put capital A and write during the polarization process. During the polarization process. During the polarization process. During the polarization process. During the polarization process, comma, only the waves in waves along a certain plane, only the waves vibrating along a certain plane during the process of polarization, comma, only the waves vibrating along a certain plane are allowed to travel. Are allowed to travel. Are allowed to travel. Are allowed to travel. The other waves are stopped. The other waves are stopped. The other waves are stopped. Therefore, intensity is reduced by the polarization. Intensity is reduced by the polarization. Therefore, the intensity is reduced by the polarization. Therefore, statement A is wrong. Therefore, the statement A is wrong. Therefore, the statement A is wrong. What about the statement B? Lawan? What about the statement B? Statement B tells us any wave can be subjected to diffraction and interference. 100% correct. It's there. Both longitudinal and transverse waves can be diffracted, can observe the interference patterns. You read my theory note, a printed theory note also given in addition to the note that we have written. You read it, you can find them. So please write, just put B and put a tick, it is theory. C, standing waves and beats can be observed as a result of superposition. 100% correct. Many waves combine together and a single wave is made. Beats. And when two identical waves travel along the same path into the opposite direction, they combine together and make a stationary wave. Correct. So that is the combining of waves said to be superposition. I have drawn diagram saying theory of superposition. So please read the theory. So C, B and C 100% correct theory. So therefore, the correct choice is only B and C correct. Therefore, the third answer is correct. You read B and C, 100% correct. Only A is wrong. Question number 5. An object of mass 0.2 kg is in simple harmonic motion with a periodic time 2 seconds between 2 points A and B are 4 meters apart. Nothing. Look at code. In simple harmonic motion, we can identify 3 special parts. what are the three special points there? In any simple harmonic motion, we can identify three special points. The 2 points where the velocities are zero. So according to this, the 2 points they have given as A and B. There are 2 points where the velocity is zero. And the third special point is the mean position. It means the middle position in between A and B, where the velocity is maximum. The maximum velocity position. Right? They have given distance between A and B 4 meters. Distance between A and B is given as 4 meters. Therefore, what should be the distance between mean position and A, and the distance between mean position and B? If this is 4 meters, this should be 2 meters each. So it means what is the amplitude of this motion? Amplitude of this motion is 2 meters each. A is 2 meters, here A is 2 meters. And in any simple harmonic motion, we mark another point and we mark the velocity, we mark the displacement x meter, and we mark the acceleration a meter per square second. You please draw this diagram quickly, dear. If you draw this diagram, it's better to draw this diagram. It will recall your memory. Draw it. The next important data that they have given is they have given us the time period. Time period is given to be 2 seconds. What is the time period of a simple harmonic motion here? T equals 2 pi by omega. So if I interchange the terms, I get omega equals 2 pi by t. So omega equals 2 pi. Time period is given as 2 seconds. Time period is given as 2 seconds. Therefore, what is omega constant? Omega constant is equal to 5 in this question, and they have said phi is 3. They have said phi is 3. So it simply will be very easy. Write them all. Right, after that question asks us to find the maximum force acting on the object. We know that for any object to have simple harmonic motion, there should be a force acting on the particle. There must be a force for something to move, be moved with an acceleration. So even for SHM, there should be a force. If force is maximum, what do you think about the acceleration? F equals ma. So if the force is maximum, acceleration should also be maximum. Acceleration should also be maximum. So we know that acceleration is given by a equal minus omega square x. Am I right? So it means acceleration will be maximum. We cannot change omega. We can't change omega, but we can change x. So for simple A to be maximum, x should also be maximum. So A max equals minus omega is 5 square. What is the maximum value of x here? The maximum possible value of x is the displacement. X is the displacement of the particle from the middle position. The maximum value of x is A. So it means maximum, if I take omega square like this, maximum value of x is A. From this you can find the maximum acceleration. No need to worry about the minus sign. This is 5 square, amplitude is 2. Let me simplify here. So the maximum acceleration is minus 5 is given as 3. This is 2. 3 square is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. So the maximum acceleration is 18 meter per second. I don't care about the minus sign. Write them all. So we want to find the force. What is the easiest way to find the force? If I want to avoid the minus sign, I can apply F equals ma by considering only the magnitudes, right? So it means I can apply F equals ma by considering only the magnitudes. The meaning of these lines, the meaning is we consider only the magnitudes. We don't worry about the sign. So mass is given as 0.2. Magnitude of the acceleration is 18. 2 into 18, 36. One decimal point should be removed. So 3.16. So even don't worry about this line. Just apply F equals ma. Here they have given only the magnitude. They don't worry about the positive negative signs. So which answer is correct? Which answer is correct? Fourth answer. Correct choice is 4. Question number 6. ABC is an air prism inside a glass tube. A glass cube is there, a solid glass is there. Inside the glass, they have made a prism by using air. So it means, which is the denser medium, air or glass? Lamai, which is denser, air or glass? Glass is the denser medium. Air is the rare medium. Air is the rare medium. So there is a solid glass cube. Whether it is a cube or not, it's not a problem. This is glass. Inside the glass, a prism, it means prism is removed. It means after by removing glass, actually by removing glass, air prism is made. This is what has happened. So what will be the path followed by a light ray? So it has given us the light ray like this. If a light ray incident to the prism like this, first of all, let's draw the normal. Let's draw the normal. So when the light ray travels from, glass is now denser. Air is the rare medium. So what will happen when a light ray travels from denser to rare? The light ray bends away from the normal. The light ray bends away from the normal. It means like this. It should bend away from the normal. So which something like this. When a light ray travels from denser to a rare medium, when a light ray travels from a denser to a rare medium, it should bend away from the normal. It should bend away from the normal like this. Bend away from the normal. After that, let's draw another normal. Now what happens here? Now light ray travels from rare to denser. Because again this is glass. This is again glass. Glass means again denser. So what will happen when a light ray travels from rare medium to a denser medium? It bends towards the normal. It bends towards the normal like this. So which choice show you this kind of a ray diagram? That one. So the answer for question number 6 is 3. Draw this diagram and indicate only the third figure shows this. I think none of the figures show this bend away from the normal. Only the third figure shows this bending. Bend away from the normal. Only the third figure, as I check. The question number 7. It is saying that there is a convex lens of 30 centimeter and there is another lens, divergent lens, focal length is a thing that we want to find, right? So if we have only the convex lens as its focal length is given as 30 centimeter, what should happen if I draw the principal axis? Right? A parallel light ray should go through the focal point. So F1 is the focal point of the convex lens. If there is only the convex lens, this is the ray diagram. So it means as the light rays meet on F1, the first image should be formed here. This is the first image. The first image is acting as an object for the diverging lens. There is a diverging lens somewhere here. There's a diverging lens somewhere. What does the diverging lens do? They do not allow the light rays to meet on F1. The diverging lens does not allow the light rays to meet on F1 point. And divergent lens send the light rays parallel to each other. This is what the divergent lens do. Can you understand? So it gets a narrow parallel light beam. Okay, dear. For the divergent lens, what is the image distance? This distance is given as 20 centimeter. Therefore, for the divergent lens, object distance is 10 centimeter. Right? Let's draw this diagram. Draw this diagram. Right. The logic here is if there is no divergent lens, the light rays will meet on the focal point of the convergent lens, that is F1. It means the first image is going to be formed on F1. The first image is acting as an object for the divergent lens. The divergent lens creates parallel light rays. It means where will be the final image. For the divergent lens, final image should be at infinity because parallel light rays meet at infinity. Okay, dear. So please write. If there is no diverging lens, if there is no diverging lens, if there is no diverging lens, comma, the parallel light rays will meet. The parallel light rays will meet on the focal point. If there is no diverging lens, the parallel light rays will meet on the focal point within brackets F1, capital F1, within brackets capital F1 of the converging lens. If there is no diverging lens, comma, the parallel light rays meet on the focal point within brackets F1 of the converging lens. Therefore, full stop and continue. Therefore, the first image is formed on the. Therefore, the first image is formed on the focal point of the convex lens. Therefore, the first image is formed on the focal point of the convex lens. Focal point of the convex lens. You will line and write. The first image is acting as an object. The first image is acting as an object for the diverging lens. The first image is acting as an object for the diverging lens. The first image is acting as an object for the diverging lens. Clear? As the first image is at a 10 centimeter distance, as the first image is at a distance of 10 centimeter, as the first image is at a distance of 10 centimeter, at a distance of 10 centimeter, comma, is at a distance of 10 centimeter, comma, object distance to the diverging lens, comma, object distance to the diverging lens is 10 centimeter. Object distance to the diverging lens is 10 centimeter. Am I right here? You will line and write as the final light rays are parallel to each other. Next line is going. As the final light rays are parallel to each other. As the final light rays are parallel to each other. As the final light rays are parallel to each other, comma, comma, the final image is formed at the infinity. The final image is formed at the infinity. The final image is formed at the infinity. As the final light rays are parallel to each other, comma, the final image is formed at the infinity. When it is believed that parallel light rays meet at infinity. Okay, so leave a line and write. Let us apply lens formula to the diverging lens or concave lens or diverging lens. Let us apply lens formula to the diverging lens. Let us apply lens formula to the diverging lens. So what is lens formula here? 1 over V minus 1 over U equal 1 over F. In this case, I don't want to consider the sign convention because V is infinity. Minus 1 over U equals 1 over F. Something divided by infinity is 0. It means 1 over U should be equal to 1 over F. Even I consider minus sign, there is no big problem because U is negative. So it means it's so obvious it is confirmed that if E equals U. So it means F equals 10 centimeters. No need to simplify hardly by considering by apparent sign convention, no need. I just want to find that f and u are equal, that's it. Because v is already infinity. Something divided by infinity is 0. I don't care the signs. Right, question number 8. Question number 8. An object of mass 150 grams in air was immersed in a certain liquid. What's the mass of the object here? 150 grams in air was immersed in a certain liquid. When the temperature of the liquid was 20 degrees Celsius, the apparatus apparent mass was 40 grams. And at 120 degrees Celsius, the apparent mass was 50 grams. You know that when with the rise of temperature, density reduces. When density reduces, upthrust reduces. That's it. If the expansion of the object is negligible, it means volume of the object remain unchanged. Then the mean volume expands into the liquid will be. So please write. It is given in the question that for the question number 8. It is given in the question that the expansion of the object is negligible. It is given in the question that expansion of the object is negligible. Expansion of the object is negligible. Therefore, volume of the object remain unchanged. Is given in the question that expansion of the object is negligible. Therefore, volume of the object remain unchanged. Okay, dear? So now let me draw a figure. So let's say this is the object, right? And it is filled with a liquid. So this is a liquid, right? To keep the object like this, definitely we have to give an upward force by using a string. Let's say this is T Newton, right? And there are two forces acting on the object. The two forces are the gravitation attraction force mg and the upthrust R. Would you please draw this figure? Quickly draw this figure. So T is the tension force in the string. So for the equilibrium, what should happen here? For the equilibrium, forces acting upward must be equal to forces acting downward. It means T plus R should be equal to mg. Am I right? So if I take R to the other side, I get T equals mg minus T. So this is said to be the apparent weight. Sorry, I should take I should take R to the other side. T should be subject. So this T is said to be the apparent weight. So please write. Therefore, apparent weight equals mg minus R. So weight is appeared to be reduced. Weight is appeared to be reduced because of the upthrust. Write them all. So what is upthrust here? Apparent weight at we know the real weight. Real weight is the weight given by 150 grams. Apparent weight is at two apparent weights are given at 20 degrees Celsius. Apparent weight is given as 40 grams. Weight given by 40 grams. And apparent weight 120 grams given as 50 grams. It is mean weight created by 50 grams, right? So I think you have drawn this at 20 degrees Celsius. Apparent weight they have given, this is mg minus R. Apparent weight is given as 40 grams. It means weight created by 40 grams. Weight created by 40 grams means 40 over 1000, it is the kilogram into G, mg. But the real weight is M is 150 grams, it will be divided by 1000 into G. Upthrust is V rho G. So rho is the density of the liquid, right? Rho is always density of liquid, so I put L for that. And for the volume, there are two different volumes. So let me take this volume as V1 rho Lg. So look at both. Wait. I can cancel out this 0 and this 0 with these two zeros. So it will be 4 divided by 10, 0.4 equals. I can cancel out these two zeros. G is 10, it means another 0. So 1.5 minus V1 rho Lg. I'll take V1 rho Lg to this side. V1 rho Lg equals 1.5 plus 0.4 come to the other side as minus 0.4. V1 rho Lg equals 1.1. First equation. Write them all. V is the volume of the displaced liquid, and volume of the displaced liquid is equal to the volume of the object. The question says expansion of the object is negligible. It means for the V, I can take only V. No need to worry about it. Just V. Just V. No need to worry about it. Because it is said volume of the object is negligible. Expansion of the object is negligible. As the object is completely immersed in the liquid, volume of the displaced liquid is equal to the volume of the object. Volume of the object remains unchanged as V. So no need to take V1, V2. So let's do the same thing at what is the next temperature that they have given us? 150 degrees Celsius. So 120 degrees Celsius. So let's do the same thing at 120 degrees Celsius. At 120 degrees Celsius, apparent weight is again mg minus r. Right? Apparent weight is said to be the weight created by a 50 grams of mass. Apparent weight is said to be 50 grams. Am I right? Yeah. So it is 50 gram to kilogram divided by 1000. G is 10. Mg is the apparent weight. The real mass is 150 grams. So divide by 1000 and G is 10. The new upthrust. What is new upthrust here? Volume remained unchanged, but density of the liquid now changed. Let me take it as rho dash. Rho L dash, the new density of the liquid, and this is G. So as usual, I can cancel out two zeros. This will be 0.5. As usual, I can cancel out two zeros. This will be 1.5 minus P, the new density of the liquid, G. I'll take it to this side. P, the density of the new density of the liquid, 1.5 minus 0.5. It means just one. Just one. So finally, we get V into the new density of the liquid into G equals 1, the second equation. Okay, dear? Write it. We have used the same equation 2 times under 2 different temperatures. When the temperature is changed, density of the liquid is changed. Divide 1 by 2. Divide the first equation by the second equation. First divided by 2. V rho L G divided by V rho L dash G equals 1.1 divided by 1. So simple. The only remaining terms rho L divided by rho L dash equals 1.1. Rho L is the density at 20 degrees Celsius. Rho L dash is the density of the liquid at 120 degrees Celsius. Write them here. Density of the liquid at 20 degrees Celsius temperature is rho L. Rho L dash is the density of the same liquid. Density of the same liquid at 120 degrees Celsius. Write them all. Right. This is an MCQ. This is an MCQ. So I use the I use the very simple equation to find the relationship between the densities, right? As this is an MCQ and they ask an average density, average expansion of liquid. I see something like that. So therefore, I use the equation rho 1 equals rho 2 divided by 1 plus gamma delta T. So this equation is only valid for MCQs. For essays you can't use. So initial density equal final density times 1 plus gamma is the volume expansivity of liquid. Delta theta is the change in temperature. This is valid only for MCQs. Even for some MCQs you can't use. There are some MCQs, even if you use this, you get the wrong answer. Here, let's try for this. Rho 1 is rho L, rho 2 is rho L dashed, 1 plus initial density, final density, 1 plus gamma is the thing that you want to find. The temperature difference is 120 minus 20. So if I take rho L dash to this side, I get rho L divided by rho L dash equals 1 plus gamma into 120 minus 20 is 100. And rho L divided by rho L dash, rho L divided by rho L dash is 1.1. Therefore, 1.1 equals 1 plus gamma into 100. Can you do the rest of the simplifications and find gamma? Here I am looking for an approximate answer. So if you take this one to the other side, you take this one to this side, you get 1.1 minus 1 equal gamma into 100. 1 minus 1 is 0.1 equals gamma into 100. If you take 100 to this side, 0.1 divided by 100 equals gamma. So it means gamma equals 0.001 unit is per degree Celsius. So which choice is correct? So it means this can be written as 1 into 10 to the power minus 3 per degree Celsius. So therefore the correct choice is 1 into 10 to the power minus 3. Second choice. Second answer is correct. The second choice is correct. Be happy. Write them all.